Okay, sponsor card Tierlist. I'm a bit sick this weekend, so you might have to deal with me coughing a little bit and also having a smooth, whiskey voice. So I'm gonna leave timestamps if you're only interested in the list, and we're also gonna look at Darcels list and No Wonders TV list. I'll have timestamps for everything in the description. So I've been kind of putting off making this video for a while because I think it's very hard to quantify because Ark Nova is a very dynamic game and the cards that are good are not always good. So instead of doing like some other people and just taking cards that are good at the start, I just want to look at what cards are good later on, like break 2, 3, so on. I'm gonna have a classic tier list where S stands for snap on sight. Criteria I've chosen is requirements and strength level. So something I've noticed is there's a lot of varied opinions about among top players what cards are actually the strongest. And I think that's a very fair point because we all have different playstyles and experiences with the cards. But having said that, since I am the two-time champ, this is the only correct truth. Something you'll also notice is how nice of a bell curve I have in my list, which makes it more scientific than other lists. Alright, so let's get started. I guess we're gonna start with this big pile here. So we have the Science Museum. It's fairly, the effect is really strong. When I was a newer player, I thought it was broken pretty much, because you get 10 mana and a shield immediately, and just every science is ST sponsor card pretty much. But the requirement is very tricky. Some games this can be amazing. Some games this is awful. It's a very bait card because you kind of want to go for this, and maybe even if you get it, no more signs gonna show up. But yeah, especially if you can get it out. I think it's a C2 card. Especially if you can get it out on a map like this before Gravity lost the Uni, and let's dream and say we have upgraded Soch as well, which is not unlikely, especially on this map. Then you can, on your final turn, you can do a project and grab the last uni for a 4 shield bump, just from the uni, and maybe like 5 shields from the project, which is a very good cross in that case. Can be very strong, can also be very bad. Very situational card. Then we have Telecommunicator. This is one of the reasons why upgrading sponsors is so strong, because you don't need a project to do. You can just grab 2 unis and you can start grabbing contents. Yeah, and whenever you do your project, you can get another bonus like 5 money income or snapping. And it's just really good having strong bonus instead of having to grab a worker with your association action. So I think it's a A+ card. Yeah, the requirement you have to have sponsors. I'm kind of down on the sponsors train a bit, but it's still not bad upgrading, especially in 1 vs 1. We have Veterinarian, very overhyped card, I think. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's a sponsor card, so it's good. But when this is good is when you have a lot of projects to do, so you can just spam them out on 4, the 2 projects a turn, and then cost a break. It also provides a science tag, which is very useful. But I would not put this higher than B tier. Actually, I'm gonna put Science Museum in B tier as well. But I think Veterinarian is stronger than Science Museum for sure. Also, the cards to the left are stronger than the ones to the right. Then we have Sea Turtle Tag. I have a 100% win rate with this card on BGA. But it's unplayable. Usually it just blocks your map. Because when you want buildings on your map, you want them to provide points for you. Because otherwise you can't build enclosures and get points that way. So if you're gonna play this, it's gonna, even if you have an aquarium or something, it's just gonna fill your map unnecessarily. And yeah, the shape isn't the best as well. It's okay, especially on some maps. But also, the effect is so redundant because it feels like half the reptiles already have sunbathing. Sunbathing is a very good effect early on, but very, very redundant effect. And it's only sunbathing 2. Like, if it was sunbathing 3, I think it would be more interesting. But I'm not sure why they put sunbathing 2, but it's almost completely unplayable. Aquarium. Love this card. This gives you 4 appeal immediately. 3 rep is not that hard to get, especially if you get a uni. Shape's super nice. Just have to know where to place it on some maps. So this is definitely a 80 card. A plus, I mean. I'm gonna say it's stronger than Telecommunicator as well. On one map in particular, it's not very good. And that is Ice Cream Parlors. Because you don't have a lot of water access. And this card is gonna block half your water access. But on other maps, definitely A plus. Breeding Corp. So yeah, this is interesting. Because the meta in 1 vs 1 at the moment is kind of grabbing unis. So the requirement is pretty hard to do. It's very good on outdoor areas, since you can get it out early and help with the projects. But they also tag, I think it's still fairly strong. I will put it on high B tier, like here for now. The bonus shield at end is not very easy to get, but it's just a tag. It's yeah, it's solid. We have explain small animals. This can be very very strong if you get it out turn 1, especially, and the rest of your hand is small animals, and you just hope to. And the display is full of small animals as well. You can just spam, get a lot of appeal and money early. Mm, that being said, where'd I put it? I think it's probably at the bottom of A tier. Quarantine Lab. Pervasive science. And the next token. And some peace of mind, especially. I feel it's very stupid in 1 vs 1. Because, like, you're always gonna play this if you have it right. Because it's only strength 3 as well. And Hypnosis can really, really be crucial in 1 vs 1. And yeah, it just. The Hypnosis animals are just dead animals if your opponent has this. Endgame is not the easiest, but it's a science tag. It's some protection. It's definitely B tier. A little bit higher than Science Museum. Probably put it above Brain Corp as well. Tech Institute. Really good card in. Really, really good card. Just getting an X, it really makes you be able to control the brakes. So it's the card. Endgame, it's very map dependent if you get a good bonus on your unis or not. If you have veterinary or something, like even getting a uni, even getting the double science one, could be doable if you had 2 of them. Cab is stable. Another F tier card. I don't think I ever played this card on BDA. It's just bad shape, bad effect. In theory, it could be cool to make a big final cross, but no, it's just awful. And the fact that it costs 6 as well, like, ugh, it's I'd say it's stronger than Sea Turtle Tag, but it's both are unplayable, so does it really matter? Picking Pull. So whenever you play the best animal type in the game, you get 2 extra appeal, and that's not bad if you get it. So it's definitely an 8-tier card. Okay, shape. So water icon. If you have aquarium, for example. Yeah, it's 8-tier. I'd say nothing more to it. Breeding program. I think it's the same issue as Breeding Corp, that it requires 2 science, and usually you want to get hand size and 1 science. So if you have another science tag, it's very useful, and that was what makes the sponsor card with science tags a lot more useful. Is it's not crucial, but it could be important to have 2 science to play cards like Breeding Program, and a lot of the animal cards are also 2 science requirements. Um, but yeah, a bit the same, but better. Explorer, another good option to upgrade sponsors. You kind of want to just do one animal type before this, and going for a Unistart, because you want the extra appeal for sure. But whenever you have this, it's just like you're not gonna have mono issues of the rest of the game. Yeah, it's just very solid. Probably even better than Communicator. I wouldn't put it over Aquarium though. Um, yeah, I don't know if there's much that's more to say about it. It's just very good to provide money and some extra appeal if you don't get tags. Science Lab. It's also one of the better upgrade sponsor cards. I'd put it A plus as well, but a bit lower than the other twos. So the mini snap is actually huge. I don't think people really realize how good getting a card in as income is, and the main strength with this card is if you get 6 science, which is not that hard to do if you decide to upgrade sponsors. You're gonna get 2 shields at the end. So it's basically like having an extra endgame. It's basically like playing an elephant. Um, in most cases, it's very solid. And if you have upgrade sponsors, you can stack up on a lot of cards that provides you shield at the end. And as long as you're not miles behind, it's gonna be hard for the opponent to beat you in a final cross. So I'd say it's on the low end of A plus. Guerrilla Field Research, very hard to play. It's it's like this kind of mediocre. Um, like it would be a good card if it wasn't that hard to play, but it's very hard to play. So I'm inclined to put this high C tier, because if you get the effect, if you get the requirements, 2 rep and a shield, not bad, especially for a free cost. And we have barrel outlets. I was talking about the best animal type in the game, but this is I'm not too high on this card, to be honest, because it feels really good in theory, but I'm not sure why. why I don't feel it's that good. I think the main issue is it doesn't really provide any points or endgames. All it provides is cards, and also 6 cost is a bit high. And I think one important thing saying with these cards that provides an animal tag is if the animal tag is a base con, I think it goes up automatically 1 tier. So if birds were a base project, let's say it's a B tier, and this would be a A plus tier. But birds are not a base con in most of the games, so I'm gonna put it in C. I do think I like it more than Gorilla Field Research though. And these two, even if Urbis or Reptiles is a base con, I don't think they should leave F tier though. Science Library, yeah, it's good. Very easy endgame to fulfill. I'd say you probably fulfill this endgame 75% of games or something. So this is a card that's okay in 2-player games and like insane in 4-player games. Provides a science tag as well. 4 cost. It's kind of big as well. That's actually I feel there's a big difference between 4 cost and 5 cost, and 3 cost for that matter. But it's just feels like to be. It feels like there's not enough science to be like very very good. There's not enough science played in 1 vs 1. So I just put it in A tier for now. Probably something like that. It's probably a better card than Pigeon Pool most games. We have Science Institute, so this card can either be amazing or do nothing. Which is, yeah, it's a bit weird. Because sometimes you really need 2 science, and sometimes you don't need it at all. So it kind of depends on what other cards you do. Probably put it low C tier, very situational, which makes it hard to rank. Let's put it in C tier for now. Engineer. So this is a bit like we have side runs at home. Because usually what you want to do is just spamming pavilion and kiosks turn 1 if you have this. You can get some decent income with that without having animals. Endgame is a bit easier to fill than when you have this card, and it's very good with the full map endgame as well, because it actually makes that endgame achievable. I was a bit higher on it before than I am right now, but I think it's just a B tier card, bit low B tier. Yeah, but also the end game. Five tickets is a lot compared to 1 shield. This is almost like 2 shields. So it's almost like Science Lab. One thing to note though is it's a lot easier to get capped at 113 appeal than it is to get capped at 41 shields. And especially if you're filling your map with pavilions and a lot of stuff, it happens a lot to me that I get capped and I don't get the full benefit of this at the end. So that's one thing to be wary of. Migration recording, very can be the best card you can have some games, and sometimes it just doesn't work out at all. But it's nice because it's only 4 cost and it gives you back an X. So let's say you have the choice between putting sponsors back for an X or playing a sponsor card. Like, it gives you up to X. Also, it gives you the second science tag, which we talked about earlier. That's important. But I don't think it's any higher than a B tier. probably something like this. But some games this is just insane. We have special assignment. Really cool card. So usually you want to put this on small, because there's a lot more small animals than big animals, and you can screw yourself by doing large, and then just not draw any large rest of the game. Also, you can screw yourself by doing small, which has happened to me. If you want to do it on large, which is also viable some games, you really have to set it up for it. I'm talking about like 1 or 2 breaks before playing this. Just making sure you have big enclosures and you stack your hand full of cheap large animals like birds and reptiles. But if you can get, the main issue is the 6 rep to play, because just getting double uni is gonna put you at 5 rep with the one from the map. So either you have to find another way to get rep, or you have to do an upgrade animals action before playing it, which can be awkward. But once you have this going and hasn't cost you too much, it's strong. So put it high A tier. We have Zoo School. One of the best cards you can start in hand with. So on every map except Lake map, you can put this on the rep spot. So if you get the Science and 2 rep uni, you do sponsors on the rep spot. You do Zoo School on the rep spot. You're gonna have an upgraded card before taking your build action. So usually you wanna upgrade build, and then before having to do an inefficient build, you can just do a build 5 first turn, which makes it very strong early. Also get the card back and a shield. And the shield can be very huge if you have another sponsor or animal that provides a shield. So this is one of the best cards you can have in starting hand. I'd put it high A tier. Still think it's high A plus tier. Still think it's below Aquarium though. We have was a small animal program. Yeah, this is cool card. It can be huge sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't do much. You also have, it's very tricky to play because you have to balance how much money you want and how how efficient you want your animals action to be when you play it. So it's a bit tricky to play. So this requirement of 3 rep is kind of big compared to Aquarium, because when you're pumping out animals, you kind of want to go for partnerships like that. So it could be tricky sometimes if you have a lot of small animals and this, but it can be insane. But it can be insane. But also for making a big final cross can also be really good. I'd still probably put it low B tier. We have spokesperson. Very very solid card to not only get your upgrade turn 1, but also getting your worker turn 2 by grabbing double science. Means you give up hand size, but yeah, sometimes you have to do that. It's high A tier for sure. Especially if you have spokesperson and another science. You can sometimes still get hand size and your second worker second turn. But yeah, very solid. High I tier for sure. Was a large animal program. So the effect is kind of cool because it means you don't have to upgrade animals to play the eagles and stuff. But the requirements are just so brutal. Like, not only do you need upgrade sponsors, you need 6 rep. And if you don't want to upgrade animals, it's not that easy to get 6 rep usually. Um, I'm not sure why it's a 6 rep requirement. Probably put this those C tier. It's not a card itself worth upgrading sponsors for. But yeah, very brutal requirement. Getting a free spice, getting a free 5 space can be good as well. It saves you 10 money and a build action, so but it's just requirements are just brutal on this. Hydrologist. So I have a hard time evaluating hydrologist and the rock one, but I feel it's good. I know No Wonders TV have a video about how much you get from every map, and I should probably watch that video, but I'm a bit too lazy to watch that. So yeah, but you get some nice money back, so it must be good. Feels kind of good. Also, endgame is very easy to fulfill. Probably high A tier. Question is how high. I think it's I think it beats science library. I'll put it here for now. Water playground. Very, very, very good turn 1. Because the first 5 appeal is 1 money income, right? So this makes you not have to play animals turn 1, which happens a lot to me. Um, which is nice. 4 appeal is not bad. You gotta use little bloating, which is usually not that helpful, but it can give you some border bonuses, some placement bonuses, I guess. But just solid. At a free cost as well for 4 appeal. Very solid. So it's a B tier. Probably a bit higher than engineer. Maybe even yeah, it's a bit higher than science museum as well. Archaeologist. Yeah, I don't think it comes to news to people that this card is busted on some maps. Even when it's not busted, it's still fairly good. So this is definitely S tier. So we have commercial harbor, which just makes you getting X2. Giving you X2 placement bonus, which is the best placement bonus in the game. 3 times over. 3 more times than you usually get it. Very strong card on that map. We have Ice Cream Parlor, which can really help you get a worker. You can get it turn 1. Second worker turn 1 sometimes. Start on the left side and have something more with it. It also makes you able to start on the right side and get the rep, free rep from here, and then save this for later. Park restaurant, very, very easy borders up here, which can give you the rep. Observation tower. This is a bit hard to get to do like a busted rep start. You can get a lot. This map has a lot of borders. You can get a lot of extra money on it. It's not that good on Research Institute because you need a science to play Archaeologist, and that means you, in most games, already have to grab a uni. But yeah, it's still, you can get some extra money instead of the beauties. Hollywood Hills, probably worst map for archaeologists. Doesn't really provide anything. Very inaccessible borders as well. Outdoor areas completely busted. Usually you start down here or up here. You get 2 partnerships. You're gonna get your 3rd zone. You're gonna get your 3rd very soon as well. And it's not that uncommon to have 4 upgrade cards turn 2 after playing this. One of the best map for archaeologists for sure. Now I have Lake Map, which is the most busted map because it has so many border spaces, and you can just get your 2nd worker first break before the 1st break, which is completely broken. Yeah, I don't think there's much to say about it. It's just another card that should be banned from Arena because it's so stupid. Sometimes you just lose it because opponent has archaeologist on lake map, and it's not fun. It's, yeah. Also, it gives you 1 shield at the end if you manage to fill a map, which is, yeah, I don't know why they had to put that on there, but I guess it's cool. Also, your 2nd size tag. Yeah, stupid broken card, especially on some maps. Side entrance, another stupid broken card. So I might get a lot of flack of this from this, but I think this may take up one of the other income cards here. The Federal Grants, which is also S tier card. But I think Silencer is weaker. I thought a lot about this. I think Silencer is a lot weaker than these 2. Probably put Federal Grants as the best card here. Tech Institute as 2nd, Silencer is 3rd. Because Silencer takes not so long, but it takes a lot of setup. And Federal Grants just gives you free money immediately. This just gives you an X immediately. And sure, more money is never bad, but I feel both of these, because they have easier endgames to achieve as well in this one. I feel like, don't get me wrong, this is one of the best cards in the game, but I still feel these cards are better, especially since they provide a science as well, which can be huge, and just easier endgames, and yeah, you get the money immediately. You don't have to wait for it like with side entrance, because to get a fully operational side entrance, you first have to play it, then you have to do 2 upgraded build actions to maximize it, and it takes a lot of time. That also means you can't, if you need like a 4 size or a 5 size, it's gonna delay that a lot because you need to build kiosks and pavilions. But yeah, S tier card for sure, but not as strong as these 2. Also, this, if you see this break 3 or 4 or something, you're never interested in it, or almost never interested in it, but you're always gonna be interested in getting free money immediately and shield at the end. So these just have more applicability at a certain point of the game. Right, Foreign Institutes. So once again, not the easiest endgame. 2 rep can be kinda huge, either for you can get a upgraded card turn 1 with this, but it does require an X or play from the map. But 2 rep is also very useful for getting your 2nd worker without doing a project from the rep track. Same problem with Quarantine Lab, that endgame is not the easiest unless it's one of the base cons. So this is like one of the cards that's like very very good early, but it falls off so quickly because it's like even if you have Science Museum and you want to play this for a shield, it's like 6 is so expensive in later breaks, especially. So very useful first break, before first break and second break, but after that it just falls off quickly when the game speeds up. Bit hesitant where to put this, but I think we're going for low B tier. Probably better than Science Museum Engineer. And then we have Diversity Researcher. This is one other of these cards that is like either the best card you can draw or does absolutely nothing. When I first started playing it, I thought it was so good because it was like you didn't have to plan your zoo really, but insta bonus is it's just weird, right? Because you kind of want to play the water and rock space where they don't belong after you play this. So then you have to play them before, and it's not much gold. Endgame is okay, but it's not a very good card. Also need upgrade sponsors. It's probably high D tier. Endgame can be very hard to fulfill, but like 6 appeal, strong, but it's a hard endgame to fulfill. Geologist. I'm gonna put it right here with Hydrologist. It's probably one that's better than the other, but I really don't know how good they are really. It's the general feeling. But like one shield, and you get some insta appeal, and you get some amount of money. Can't be that bad. I'd say I mean it's very match specific, but in general probably like Hydrologist more than Geologist. Also, because these cards kind of come with the aquarium and the cable car. And aquarium, we haven't gotten to the cable car yet, but the aquarium is a bit stronger than the cable car. It's probably why I prefer the hydrologist over the geologist. Polar exhibit. This is a hard one. We talked a bit earlier about birds being best animal type in the game, and yeah, they just are, right? Except bears are better, but there's only 10 bears and there's 25 birds. But what's really nice about this one, first of all, if species diversity is up as a base con and the 5 is open, this goes up 2 tiers. We're gonna put it somewhere in A tier, but it's just a S tier card if species diversity on 5 is open. It's so strong early, and what's nice about it, most of the strong beers already needs a beer icon, so it really enables you to play the beers. And it's also really good if Predators is a base con as well. Kinda like it, kinda like the shape of it. So let's just put it next to Penguin Pool. Probably like Penguin Pool a little bit more. Workout then. So it's a bit easier to spam out birds than herbivores. But if you can spam out herbivores, it's like good, right? But it can be tricky to come across. I feel either most herbivores are big or they have hard requirements. They're either like big, hard requirements or small herbivores. It's kind of awkward to know what to aim for. Playing free appeal animal re-appeal animals isn't like best at most points of the game, which the small areas are. And I don't really fancy Urbis as a animal type, but I think I like it in B tier. I go here. Medical breakthrough. I think probably one of the biggest baits in game, because it sounds so good, right? Like just get a shield from income, but it's force science is brutal, and especially if you have force science, you're not gonna have a lot of products done at that time. Like even if you get this out turn 1, it's not as strong, I feel. What's really nice about it is it makes it easier to kiss in the break, which makes your opponent have to act first, and then you still get an extra turn. That's what's really nice about it. It's probably high D tier, I'd say. But yeah, it's I feel it's a big bait, and yeah, most of the time it's dead card. It can be one of the best cards you can draw if you have like 5 cons down, and you can play it as an income as well. I think there's a game, me against Arval, on the Wonders TV channel that I snap this and I just play it in a break and I win the game because of it. So yeah, but no, it's mostly a bait card. We have Spotted Hyena Compound. This is a bit similar with Barrel a lot. Only thing about this, only difference is, so the effect is stronger, right? Because you get to see more cards, and it also scales with itself. But you can't draw conservation projects and sponsor cards with it. So I really like this card. I think I like it a little bit too much. Also, it's easier to play than Barrel a lot. This is a better shape of a building. This needs rock, but like one rock and a worse shape, but it's one cheaper. So yeah, kind of want to put this in B tier actually, but that might just very low B tier. Might be just me being biased. But it's just such a good feeling when you play a predator and you hunt another predator, which just keeps healing itself. Okay, so my roommate disturbed me, so I'm not sure where I was. But yeah, it feels itself. Like you can draw the Sunbear with it, which most of the time happens, which is nice. I like it as low beater. Same problem with Barrel a lot. Nothing, no points at the end. No extra points. Then we'll explain large animals. So I feel it's kind of tricky, because it's definitely worse than the expert in small animals. And this is also one of these cards that can be very situational good. But usually you wanna usually game of Arc Nova just spamming small animals early game and then do 2 or 3 big ones to finish it out. So this is not gonna provide that much value. But the thing you can do with it is kind of do large animal from the start, which is kind of cool. Really good with aviary birds and stuff, but that means if you're drawing aviary birds, you're probably winning the game anyways. We put small animals in low A tier. I think this probably high C tier. Something like this, I feel. And we have Adventure Playground. Yeah. Same as Water Playground pretty much. Kinda depends on the map which one is better. It's gonna keep them on top of each other. Reese's Monkey Park. Ugh. So yeah, it's a monkey sponsor cards, and monkeys is Not a lot of monkeys, and they're very hard to play because they have hard requirements, most of them. Mm. The effect is very strong. The shape of the building is actually excellent, especially on ice cream parlors, where you can start with double rep, and you're getting the science 2 rep uni. Means you're gonna have upgrade build before having to take the build action. But yeah, it's just not. You can't just do monkeys unless you get very lucky. So it's a D tier. Also, nothing at the end, which is a shame. Get his tours. Very cheap, free cost. Just good, solid. You get a shield and a ticket. Combos super nicely with Zoo School, which means you get 2 shields for an upgrade card. Or a worker if you fancy. Very easy endgame to fulfill. And yeah, I like to call it a 7-point card, which is not bad. I'll probably put it in A tier. But it's probably a bit lower on A tier. Something like this, I feel. Maybe Penguin Pool is better than it. Spurs are so good. But yeah, it's like one of these cards, you draw it and there's like no reason not to play it. Then we have Baboon Rock. So we have the monkey problem again. There's not enough monkeys in the game to fuel it. So you can't mostly do a monkey-based strategy. Better than Reese's Monkey Park, but yeah, it's same problem. Like getting the end game is super hard. We have Cable Car. So it's the equivalent of Aquarium. So it's a weaker Aquarium because I'd rather have free rep than pay an extra strength for it. Also, the problem is I'm actually not sure. I think there's more water than rocks in the game for sure, but also there's three animals that provide double water, and there's only one animal that provides double rock. So it just makes it naturally worse. Aquarium. Also, it's hard. I feel the shape is very hard, especially on some maps compared to Aquarium, which you can always have a nice spot for. So it's definitely a tier below Aquarium. Question is where it is in this tier. Probably somewhere like here. Seems about right. Okay, so that was first pile. Next we're doing the expert pile, I guess. So we can start off with the easy one, Expand Asia. Asia is by far the best continent. And just getting an extra appeal whenever you do one of the best animals is just great. Also, the pavilion, not only does it fuel your kiosks, but sometimes it can be so crucial with, for example, grabbing cards or something. Grabbing cards or something by not doing the build actions from the map, which can be huge. Like you can get the placement bonuses with doing the Asosh to get Asia or doing an animals action, which is very relevant at sometimes. So I'd put it in A+. Yeah, I like it on the top of A+. I feel it's stronger than Aquarium. Those games. And yeah, of course, if Asia is a base con, it just become S tier card. Then we have Expert in Europe. Instead of pavilions, you get one sizes. There's not that many Europe compared to Asia. Even if the Europe animals are very strong, they are, is it 17 or 18 compared to 25? And also, a pavilion is a lot better than one size, and this one provides an endgame, but it's really hard to fulfill. Say you probably fulfill this endgame 10% of games or something, which sorry, you fulfill the endgame 10% of games where you play Expert in Europe, and yeah, it's just it may just makes it kind of weak. Put it in a mid C tier for now. Expert in Americas. This one costs 4. And kiosks a bit better on one size, and the endgame bonus is fairly easy to do. And America is the second best continent, which I feel it's worth of a 8 tier card. Maybe slot in right here. Can be huge sometimes when you turn 1 if you have a 2 size American animal, and this one you don't even have to grab Americas, and you just get 2 kiosks connected to 2 size, which is kind of cool. And insta peel as well, which can't be bad. Explore Africa. Clear effect is very good. Endgame is very good because you can get up to 5 appeal even if you have to bank up some X's. And 5 appeal is almost 2 shields. The problem is, I just feel, even if Africa has 25 animals in it, I just feel it's not a very strong continent. I'd rate it lower than Europe, like continent strength, because I feel a lot of the animals have requirements, and they're just hard to play. The card is excellent by itself. It's just the continent being bad, which makes the card bad. Question is how bad. Also, it's weird they put it on 4, because when they design the game, it feels like they should. It feels they know that Africa is not as strong of a continent. My notes, I put it in B tier, but I just think it's high C tier, to be honest. Yeah, I just don't like Africa as a continent. Explore Australia. Australia is the worst continent. The effect is not that good, because pouching cards is, yeah, it's a bit awkward because you kind of have to pouch it when you do your animals. So yeah, I don't like it at all. It's low C tier. Like, also not providing any end games. It's a 5 cost for some reason. It's just shocking to me that they decided Explore Africa is a 4 cost and Explore Australia is a 5 cost. But yeah, no, I really don't like this card. Then we have the expert cards. So these cards are broken in 4-player games, but they're not that good in 2 players. So what's good about them is the provided tag if it's a base comp. But I'd mostly put them in low C tier for these two. These two are a bit more valuable than the others. Actually, they're probably stronger than the expert. This. I'll probably put them here. I'd put more follies in B tier, because birds, since they have a lot of perception stuff, they kind of feed off each other. This can be a low B tier. Spirit Preso is also a bit better, I feel. kind of cause hunting and spotted hyena compound and stuff, but it's not beat tier worthy. Let's just put it right in between here, so it actually looks like I know what I'm doing here. Like, oh yeah, this is so strong. Yeah. I don't know why there's 2 expert in this pile. Primatologist, yeah, it's the Monka problem. I'm just gonna slide it in OD tier. Once again, if the tag is a base con, it goes up a tier. Then we have max 25 appeals. So let's start with the ones that do not provide appeal. So this is kind of cool. You can get the double science uni and just get a card upgraded turn 1. Giving your opponent money is not that bad, to be honest, but it's somewhere B tier, probably around here. This is a lot more awkward, and you have to have upgrade sponsors. So I'd say this is a D tier card. And also, games you're upgrading sponsors, they are usually games you go for unis, which makes it harder to get different tags in your suit. This is usually, before getting 25 peel, it is usually a free shield card. If you're lucky 4. But yeah, I don't value this too highly. And then we have the expert cards. So, no, sorry, native cards. Are we not missing a native card? Is there not a native predators? Yes, there isn't. I haven't even thought about that before. Yeah, so very map dependent. I have a usual rule of thumb. I kind of base it on this map, because I feel native seabirds is good value, but not broken on this map. And usually, you get 7 appeal from doing this track here. And you might even get to the extra shield at the end if you're not connecting this, which is really nice. Let's say 7 appeal is a good value. It's probably high B tier or low A tier. And also, when I say 7 appeal, I mean 7 appeal that doesn't compromise your actions too much, because you still want... I haven't done a video on how to use your actions, but you kind of want a flow in your actions. Like, you don't want to spend excess and put the actions back just to get the maximum value of native seabirds. So when I say 7 appeal, it's a low A tier card. I mean it's that you don't compromise your actions or your map for that matter as well. So if the native card provides 7 appeal, I would put it here. Actually, let's do this. So if it provides 7 appeal and you don't compromise your actions, I'd put it low A tier. And once again, it goes up 1 step if the icon is a tag. Question is, hello, Beatty. Here, I feel. So if it provides less than 7, say for 5, I feel it suddenly gets a lot weaker. It's somewhere in somewhere middle of the pack here. like here. If it provides even more, if it provides less than 5, I don't think you should play the card. Unless you need a tag for some reason. So Native Farming is kind of special, because you can get a lot of appeal and even the shields. Best I've done with this is 15 appeal and... Best I've done with this is 15 appeal and 4 endgame shields. I had to combo it with diversity researcher for that. But also on... just on a map like Research Institute is without having other cards, you don't have to compromise your actions that much. As long as you know how to build around it, to just get 15 appeal, and you can even leave spot in the middle for a shield at the end. And I think the biggest trap with this card, which I fall in a lot, is that you try to get as many shields as possible from this. But you should be happy getting 1 shield from it, which is usually what happens. But yeah, the endgame is not that important, it's just getting it out. So I'd say if it provides 11 appeal, which this is the only one that does, it is a high A tier card. But if you're going for a big appeal, you kind of have to not only compromise your actions a bit. Most games you have to compromise your actions a bit, but you also have to compromise your map. And you might not be able to do that many big animals. Maybe you only have space for aviary. So it's very hard to play around with, but it's once you know how to play with it, it's really good. And we have free range New World Monkeys, which is kind of special because I think it's only 1 map that's viable on. Yeah, it's the best map in the game, and I don't really think I don't really think the best map in the game needs anything more, right? So what's funny about this is I see when people play this on this map. What's funny about this is when I see people play the card on this map, they usually build around like this to get all appeal in the world. And it's like I talked about, you're compromising your actions and you're just leaving all this money for later, which doesn't make you snowball early just to get this. And I feel that compromises too much. So, like, I don't like doing this. If I'm gonna play this card on this map, what I would do is I would just cut the map off like this, I think. And then I will only play on the right side of the map. And that's very tricky to do, first of all. And it's only sometimes, some games you can do it. And it's hard to tell early if you're going for it. But if you leave all these border spaces, or all these placement bonuses, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh yeah, you don't cover this one. It's gonna be 8 shields at the end, if you can constrict yourself to this side of the map. And just having 8, it's basically having 2 favorite 2s, which is huge. So this is very compromising, but like, it's definitely doable. I know Darcel loves to do this. Also, it combos really nicely with, for example, native seabirds. If you had both of them, you get an extra 4 from here, or an extra 2 shields, sorry. Stuff like that. Yeah, it's just very cool way to play the game. And as long as you're close to 100 points, you're gonna just demolish your opponents, getting 8 shields. But yeah, that's the only time I feel it's playable, unless you need a tag. Let's just put it in D tier, because it has some... No. Let's just put it in F tier. I don't like it on. Just because it's good on Silver Lake doesn't mean it's a good card, and it's very niche case, but it's a cool strategy. I think you should try it once. Then probably not do it again, because building on this little area is hard, and also not getting all these sweet bonuses. But yeah, but I don't like, I really don't like just building around like this, as I talked about earlier, because you compromise yourself too much, compromise your Sue and your early money and your actions too much by doing that. So if you play it, I feel you should go for this strategy I talked about. Then we have these. Yeah, these are very situational, right? If you have, if you have, if you have, if you have an animal type, play it early. Mm, it's really hard to rate. I'm too lazy to even think about it, so I'm just gonna drop them in C tier. Obviously, the birds are a bit better than the other ones. Just put them here. Yeah, can be very good if you have 3 animal types before the first break. It's huge, but yeah, it's situational. I wouldn't really give this a rating. I would just go more of a feeling. Also, playing it late for maybe 6 appeal or something is not the worst thing in the world if you have time to do that. Yeah, almost forgot about arcade. It's a really weird card, I feel. Because the income is not really noticeable at all. Like 2 appeal instantly, it's like half of this, right? Then it also gives you 2 appeal if you manage to fill a requirement. But I just don't like this card much at all. It's yeah, kind of hard to rate as well. I haven't played too much with it since I don't really like it, but I feel it's somewhere here in C tier. Remember when I first heard about this one, I had a 200 elo friend who said it was like, oh, it's this new card, it's completely broken. And yeah, that wasn't really the case. Yeah, I just don't feel it's very strong. Because at best case scenario, it's just like an adventure playground, but you have to wait the entire game to get to your final appeal. And yeah, the income is not noticeable, I feel, at all. And yeah, I think that's the list. Unless I've forgotten about something. Oh yeah. We also have the S plus tier here. So we have the win, which is not yet on BTA. It's pretty good, 5 cost. It's a bit stronger than Victor Column, but the Victor Column has better art, right? So it yeah, it's a trade-off. You either go for the cuteness level or the win level. But yeah, very good card, both of them. And yeah, that's my list. Wow, interesting. You didn't put Archaeologist in S tier?
No,
Why
I
not?
know it's supposed to be good, but I just don't like it as much as I guess other people
Yeah.
do.
Surprised you put native formals in.
It may be because I just had a game where I got 19 points from it. It's
Oh,
just like
so it's a bit
consistently
biased. Okay. Also
good.
put.
Yeah,
Also put this in S tier. Do you feel?
yeah. I'll just agree. It's
Yeah. Do you feel Sirenus is better than Federal Grants and Tech Institute?
no, I feel like it's slightly. I don't know. It's like slightly worse, but like very slightly. I think they're about the same tier. But you're right. I
Yeah.
forgot about tickets. Like I just like put these at top because they're easy to play and give huge rewards.
Yeah. Also, I put Aquarium and the Cable Car in different tiers. Oh my god, you're overrating Veterinarian a lot, I feel. This is B tier in my list. And this is also B tier in my list.
Really? I
No,
mean, I understood
wait.
veterinarian.
Sorry, veterinarian is B tier, but this is A tier. This was A plus.
Okay,
And cable car is A tier as well.
really.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. These are like some things like I think I agree that even in its own tier, like some things are better than the others.
yeah.
But
And
I would
this is also surprising having this down here, because I feel talent communicator is stronger than science lab. I have all the 3 good upgrade sponsors in A plus tier, like low end of it. Yeah,
really I just don't like the upgrade sponsor cards that
yeah.
much. In fact, I hate it. Not
Hate it, huh?
I think I like of the three, I like explore it most. I've come to like
Yeah,
love it more.
yeah. I mean, it's the best one, right? Uh,
Mhm.
Interesting stuff. Do you know how much money you get from these?
Like about like honestly, if you play at the start, probably like 20 each,
Yeah, I have no
depending
clue.
on the map.
I know Sam did a 10-minute video about it, but I'm too lazy to watch it. And, like, he's so boring as well, you know. So I kind of want to know, but I don't want to watch the video. Because I have such a hard time evaluating them. But they feel kind of smooth when you play it.
Like there's like a few small things like of these two. I think native lizards is a bit better than native seabirds in
I
my opinion.
mean, it's map dependent, right?
Yeah, because of the maps in general. The maps
Yeah. Also,
tend to favor the lizards.
surprised you put special assignments so low. You're like the special assignment guy, you know?
Yeah, but you can really um, clock yourself out with this one. You got to be careful with this one. I think. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but if you do it
Just
for small,
because
like,
I tend to go for large.
yeah.
That's why.
Oh my, what is this? C tier? Is this a bug?
What do you mean?
It's so bad. It's F, no?
We talk about it's really good. Like I like this along with Australia. I've come to like these a lot more. The cards
Okay.
that just get rid of your garbage cards for value. Like this, like in the early game, this really sets you up on the money tempo.
Yeah.
Like you could just pull out some like early game. This is really nice to just get some more cards out when animals out.
Okay, I don't agree at all. Uh, you said how much elo do you have again? 225? Or what's your elo?
700 something.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah, 250 then. Let's say. Okay.
The only reason why I said that is because it's like it's not even that high. It's like C tier, just because I had a game recently where because it's pretty much like really good on only one map, and that's the research area or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah,
And
flood
then it's like
basements.
actually fine
Yeah.
because you get to draw a card which you saw. That's why I had played that game recently, and this is why I may have been a bit biased, but still like yeah, it's not that good because it's like only really good on one map.
Yeah, I feel it's so redundant because half of the reptiles already have sunbathing.
Yeah, that's what I hate about them. It's like so many lizards already sell a lot, but
Yeah,
then again, like some of
and
them snap and some, but not really.
also what
Yeah,
I don't like about it is sunbathing 2. I don't know why it's not sunbathing 3, because if it was sunbathing 3, I'd actually be interested. But yeah. Also, this is a crime, like putting arcade like higher than Victor Column. I think Victor.
these aren't. I could try to
Oh,
organize them,
no,
but
no, no,
if
it's
I
fine.
just do this,
It's
it's
fine.
just randomized it.
Yeah, okay.
But
I feel
I
Victor
don't know.
Column is a lot better than arcade.
Yeah, I agree, but like
Like,
not that much, honestly.
no, no, no. I like a by a tier at least. Probably like B tier, like high B tier, maybe even low A tier. That's just my opinion. I might be
Mhm.
a bit
We
biased as
could set
well.
up.
I might be a bit biased. Never know. What do you have expert in small animals? Oh, on a B tier.
um,
Interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, like I haven't had a game where I've played it recently, to be honest. Most of these come from like my recent games, honestly.
Yeah,
Like I know it's good, but I just haven't played it that much.
yeah.
You know.
Surprised you put the expert cards in D tier. I think I have them low
Yeah.
C
I don't.
tier.
I don't like them that much. I just threw them all down here. Also, I'm not sure how to feel about the sponsorship cards. It's like,
Yeah, it's really hard to evaluate, right? Because they're so situational.
yeah, like,
And
oh, if you have five predators, then yeah, obviously this is really good. But
yeah,
or like even
like even if you have a predator and gets like for the first break, even if you have one predator and you still get it, it's usually not usually. I'd say I'd probably go for it 50% of the time because usually I just have something better in hand than spending time and effort on this. Um, yeah, I think the sponsorship cards are kind of poor design. Uh,
very high variant. Yeah.
yeah, very high variance, and it's not that fun. I feel. Um, yeah. Other than that, I don't think it's that weird. Um,
Um, I think there's some things I wanted to say. Oh yeah, like next one Australia, I've come to like a lot more just pouching cards.
oh yeah,
It's really nice.
yeah. I mean, it's just the fact that you have to play Australian animals.
Yeah, but it's not like you even if it's just like twice, it's really good. I like it a
Yeah,
lot.
I think you do more card section than me though. That's might be why you have it higher up. You haven't seen my list, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I've
If
not.
if you promote me, I can load it so you can
Okay,
criticize
I'll
it.
promote you.
Thank you. Did some changes on the fly.
Right. Well, you could do
Um,
some changes right now.
yeah.
Also, let me just fix the lighting. Oh my god, it's awful.
Oh, I like it. Wow. Oh no, it's way too dark now. Dude, what are you doing?
Sorry, I have sensitive eyes.
Oh no, we do it. Oh my god, did you? No, no. Yeah. I think this is about it. There might be some. I think I changed one or two.
Yeah, I guess you do put was a special summons. Mostly because I think if I actually used it for small animals, then I'd like it a lot more. But I just
Yeah,
don't because
like doing it for large animals is such a setup, right?
mhm. Really, Reese's Monkey Park.
I
That's loud.
mean, there's not that many monkeys in the game, no?
Yeah, but like it's, I just like the shape a lot. It's
Yeah,
so
the
shapely. No,
shape
but
is
mostly
pretty good.
it's like But even for like what's it? I don't know.
You don't know? I just don't
Like
like
even if
monkeys.
okay, that makes sense. If you just don't like monkeys, that's fine.
Oh, this should not be here. Yeah, these are a bit misaligned, but
Mhm. I don't um yeah like what No Wonders TV was saying like in the beginning like these three costs doesn't really make that much of a difference, but I just don't really like that's why rated where is it? You don't have it, right? I don't see it.
which one?
The arcade and
Oh,
the
arcade is here,
Victor column. All
and
right.
Victor column is up here in the S plus plus tier. These are like the good cards.
Of course, of course.
Yeah,
Just win.
but they have to be a lot higher than the other cards because they're so that much better. Um, no, I really like the free card. I don't like arcade. I feel it's just such a weak effect. And
Uh, where
these,
is where is? Oh, there it is. Expert in Europe.
yeah, I feel the end
Yeah, I
game
mean it's just
is.
like a worse version of Expert in Asia. I feel.
Yep,
Yeah, but
and it's a worse version of Expedition Americas. And the end game is so hard to fulfill.
yeah, in terms of endgame, yeah, I agree that it is worse in terms of compared to Expert Americas. But I feel like because it's like the thing is, you just have like the I think like a large part is that you can fill your map, which is pretty nice by doing animals. If you can build around that, which is interesting, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be pretty hard. I
Also,
mean, there's like
there's less European
European
animals
Eagle,
as
but
well,
that's pretty
right?
much it. Yeah, Yeah, I think the only yeah, it's pretty hard to find like I don't know the Eurasian brown bear, the European eagle. Like
Yeah.
you have to compare it to the actual animals that can be played for these continent cards.
Yup. That's why I don't have. I think this ended up a little bit lower than it is. I think I put it in C tier because I feel Africa has kind of weak animals and with hard requirements compared to others.
I think it's a little bit hard to do the actual action itself, the place an action pack, but the end game is real nice.
Yeah, Endgame is
If you can,
great. I think the
yeah,
clever thing is great as well. I just feel African animals are bad.
except for the monkey, two-sided monkey that robs people. Always feel nice to play it.
Oh yeah. Oh, have you seen Sam's list by the way?
I have seen like a part of it, but I
Okay.
got too bored and
Yeah,
skipped to the end.
I can show it to you.
Yeah, show me.
Right, so this is Sam or No Wonders TV's list. What do you think, Darth?
Hmm, tells me a lot. I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna use this information to make a lot of informed decisions. Whenever
right,
I pick my
right.
starting hand,
Yeah.
right?
So one thing to note is he only did starting hand, right, and not like
Yeah,
general
that's what I
power
thought was
level.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
like what happens if you draw it? What's that? Middle of the game or something? Yeah.
yeah. I think because sponsors fall off at the end of the game, right? But it's still like break 2 and break 3, and like even sometimes late, they can still be useful. Uh, it's an
Mhm.
interesting take. Uh, but yeah, it's a bit weird. I only put 2 tiers in it, but yeah, kind of informative. Uh, Apparently these two cards are very good, and the rest are just situational, I guess. But yeah, cool beans. Anything to add?
No, I agree completely with this. In fact, if you're just not talking about starting hands, we could just do this real quick. There you
Yeah,
go, problem solved. That's my tier list for the rest of the game.
yeah.
That's not starting hand.
That might
All right.
even be a better tier list, right? Let's do this. Because sponsors are situational. So
Mhm.
Sam's got a good point here.